You have though later. First of all, let me tell you a little bit about Aegis School of Business. Aegis School of Business is a one-year full-time MBA program, somewhat like ISB as an example. It's targeted at people with work experience. We've been talking with Tom and Bhupesh and myself and our other team members to a lot of corporations about what Indian business needs from a business school program. They've basically said that business school programs here, the top 50 are good, and the other 1,200 are worthless to some great extent. So they feel that they're not really giving the students the adequate training that they need. And that the top programs are very, very good, but there aren't enough spaces, there aren't enough top programs. There are also a lot of concerns about whether or not the programs themselves are too theoretical. And the one thing that we've found is that business schools are supposed to be theoretical. Business schools are supposed to teach you theories and general concepts. The problem is if you take freshers, like a lot of programs do, only freshers, they have no practical experience to base that on. And you can't really bring that in by having a practically experienced professor, because he has to teach theory and give those people practical experience. So we believe that it's not so much the business schools are too theoretical, but the students lack the practical experience, which is what we're doing. We believe the one-year program is best for the Indian market in this case because it's very difficult for someone to take 2 years off of work, especially in a market where people just don't do that for business school. It's very rare to do that. So 1 year makes it a lot easier. And the corporations who sponsor programs also say, well, we'd love to sponsor someone, but 2 years is a long time. So can you do it in 1 year? And because the European programs are 1 year, ISB is 1 year, and a lot of people think that's the best program currently in India. We think it's possible. Some people have asked me why I come to India. One of the things is I've been told that to have a program with 50% Western faculty in India at the price of $4,000 is impossible. And being a new product developer, I say, well, I don't think it's impossible. Let's see what I can do to develop a program that works. And that's what I'm doing here, trying to prove that we can deliver quality faculty, 50% Western for $4,000, which is reasonable for the Indian market. The reason we're interested in Western faculty isn't because Western faculty is better per se, but they have a different perspective. And we've been told by industry that people want international exposure, international experience. The only way to get international exposure, international experience inside of India itself is to bring in Western faculty. One of the problems that ISB faces in that regard is a lot of their faculty are expat Indians, so they don't actually bring a real Western perspective. I'm an American. I have very biased American views, and I think that's good for the student to see those biased views and to see the biased views of an Englishman, see the biased views of an Indian, and they can say, if these three people are disagreeing, is there truth there to be found? Whereas if you have four people, even if they're brilliant, but all coming from the same perspective and saying the same things, the student isn't asked to question. And if he's not asked to question, he's not really going to learn how to learn. So that's Aegis in a synopsis. We're starting our first intake in Mumbai in June, and I'd like to open up to any questions you may have.